You might think to yourself, wow, isn't that cute what Mark is doing, and want to pat me on the head because you think that you're so much smarter than me and you know what it's supposed to look like, and you've got all this advice for me. That's fine. If you think you know better about how to fix politics in America, well, then you start your own movement. You might say, that'll never get off the ground. I mean, nobody's ever done this before. Washington's too powerful. There's too much money in politics. I mean, this is impossible what he's trying to do. Well, then if you think that, well, then keep voting for the people that we've been voting for that have a 20 and 30% approval rating, but we keep voting them in 97% of the time. I mean, this is idiotic. You might think it's not possible. Let me tell you, these folks, this guy, Abigail and John, they didn't think it was impossible. Where are those people today? Look at the tools that we have available to us. Now is the time to reinvent how we self-govern. The ability for average citizens to gather together outside of the bullshit that is Washington and the cesspool it has become and the corruption that whole system is built upon. We have the opportunity to, out here in society, in the town hall of the world, the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the X's and the Threads and the LinkedIns and the TikToks of the world, we can assemble out here and develop good ideas upon which we can build the next 250 years of the United States of America. And we can upvote them. The tech gods and geniuses have given us the systems to like, follow, and share so the good ideas can get promoted and we can have metrics about it. We can do this. Somebody has to. I don't see anybody else doing it, so here I am. For lack of a better option, here I am. It's America 2.0. My generation of American and younger, we are not going to stand for this divisive politics where what ends up happening is in the two-party system. I don't care if you love Democrats. I don't care if you love Republicans. I voted for both, and I think they're both trash. You might have your feelings hurt because I just said that, because you've been conditioned to think that the best we can do is Republicans and Democrats, and you love what the Democrats are, you love what the Republicans are. Fine. But in my generation of America, we're going to move beyond that. And we're going to understand that Republicans and Democrats are not inevitable. In the exercise and experiment of self-governance, Republicans and Democrats are not inevitable. We have to build a framework of thought upon which to build the next 250 years. Do you realize what a crucial time this is right now? The dawn of the technological age? We could go authoritarianism. We could go in a route where people who don't have citizens' best interests in mind could brainwash people with this social media stuff, with enough money and enough bots. They could brainwash a whole society. We could lose freedom on Earth for a generation or lifetime. We could go back to bondage in the cycle of freedom. Look that up. We've been living in abundance too long. And now we're getting into complacency, apathy. That'll lead you back to bondage. I don't think it has to be that way. Look at the promise that we have today with the technological solutions where an idea could travel the world in a day, where people could gather using this system of likes and shares and follows, upvoting the good ideas, downvoting the ones that are no good, gathering together on Zoom, bringing a new framework of thought to the political discussions that we have in the United States of America. We cannot start every political discussion from division. You cannot look at your fellow American, and because they have an R or a D behind their name, if you are an R and you see a D, you're not going to listen to anything they say anymore. This is not an intelligent way to divide and sort society. And I don't care what you say about, well, it's never been done. I don't care. Tell that to these guys. I don't care if you love your political party or not. What you must do for the next generation of Americans is you must set that aside and recognize that now could be a time that we could invent something better, that we could find a new way of thinking about politics and self-governance that could remake a government that might just survive in the modern and technological age. But if we continue with the division that we have right now, we will not survive. Your grandchildren will not live in the land of the free and the home of the brave. You can't tell me that a political party is something that I am to believe in. I ran for Congress for the United States House of Representatives under a major political party, and I had the campaign team of Kamala Harris and Cory Booker and Amy Klobuchar and Joe Biden, the people who made the Soul of America campaign commercial. They were taking Zoom calls with me every single week. And they are the reason why the country is the way it is, as divided as it is. They want it that way. I don't want to live in a country where half of the country hates half of the country. I don't want to live in a country where Democrats think that Republicans are the source of their problems and Republicans think that Democrats are the source of their problems, and we go round and round. That is not the promise of America that I sing about. We can do way better than this. Look at the brilliant people we have in society and all the wonderful things they're doing. The Sam Altmans of the world, the Mark Cubans of the world. There's a lot of brilliant people out in American society. There's 260 million adults, for crying out loud. You can't tell me we can't find 538 people who have a level head, who dedicate themselves to the process of problem solving and not preservation of their own power and enriching themselves and gerrymandering their way to another term. It has to be done sometime. It might as well start now. You can criticize me all you want. Show me what you're doing to solve politics in America, and I might just follow. We got to do something. I can't live with it not doing anything about it, or at least trying. Why do you think I came out to Ukraine? I'm standing in Ukraine right now. We got bombed last night. Freedom is being extinguished on planet Earth. I'm standing in the middle of it. Why do you think I came over here? Because I'm a person of action. Who, if there's something, even something big, I know that I can contribute something. You can too. And it is as light an ask as to tell a friend about what I'm doing, is to like it and share it and follow it and say, if you spend any time talking about politics, thinking about politics, well, you might as well transfer some of that time that you spend bitching online about stuff and complaining about the other guy. You might as well spend that doing something fruitful. Mark is trying to do something fruitful, nonpartisan, non-ideological, building a framework of thought that is changing people's thoughts about politics and self-governance one thought at a time. Here's a video. Watch it. Maybe you like what he says. Can we start there? And what if, let me cast a vision for you here. What if this group of 8,000 people that have assembled on Facebook, on my Facebook page, what if we could be the 8,000 who start a whole movement where we just make something better, where we stop this division, where we fix politics in Washington where government becomes something that works for the people. What if we could start? That's why I keep sharing this stuff here, is because I just believe that Margaret Mead was right, that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can indeed change the world. Well, if you want that proof to your children so you can show them an example of how the world really works, well then let's prove it right here in America 2.0. Woo! Oh man, I'm fired up. Come on, let's go. Click, stop.